So now that we got our basic mouse pick motion going on, let's take a look at adding a little bit of finesse to this. Currently our setup is that on our move point state we have a get mouse button down. That'll help reset the action and allow us to repick, and then we have this move towards, and once the move towards is complete, that will also trigger the reset to wait to listen for the mouse pick. But let's remove a couple of these actions and start to think about this in a slightly different way, or let's look at this through a couple of different options. So I'm going to take this move towards and I'm going to uncheck the move towards actions. That'll temporarily disable it, or I could just remove the action altogether. And what I'm looking to do this time is I'll take a look and see what my options are in the iTween. So the iTween is a library of extensions that handle motion and animation. There's some really nice solutions in here. And maybe I'll do a iTween Move 2, and when we look at the preview of features here, you can see there's a lot of different components in here. So I'll just double click to add the iTween Move 2. We'll continue to use the game object. I'm looking for the position to move, and it's calling for a vector position, and that sounds like it's what we want. So I'm going to change that to our point click. That's the point that we stored. We have a time. The time is going to take to get to where we're going. We have a speed variable which we could set. I don't have any floats in action right now. But the nice thing here is that we have an ease type. And if I'll just do an ease in, we'll try ease in cubic and see what that gives us. And I'll look at a couple of these other options here. I have a look at. I'll leave that on for now. I'm going to turn the path off, and I'll let the event default. Let's see what we got here. So using the iTween move, you can see that we're moving a little fast, but we have a look at. You can see it's starting to look in the direction that we want it to look, but it looks like it's happening a little too fast. So let me take the time. I'll add a little bit more time. Maybe that'll smooth things out a little bit. I'll take a look at the look at, and the look at, we don't have too many options. We do have a look time. And maybe I'll turn this off and hard code a value in there. Let's see what we're left with here. Let's give that a shot. That looks a little better. So now it's starting to slow down. Our look at time still feels very fast. It feels like there's just too much snap in it. So even though it is turning into the direction that we want, it just seems like it's happening too fast. So let's try to increase that number. So I have a look at time. Let's bump that up to, let's try 10. Let's really exaggerate that and see what we're left with. That feels pretty good. That starts to feel a little bit better. So there's not so much snap in the look time. And we're easing into the motion. Now that look time, when we're turning 180 degrees, it does feel like it's really, really fast. So maybe what we could do is maybe we can try to turn off this look at. We'll just completely disable that, and we'll look at some other options. Let's go into our transform, and inside transform we have a smooth look at. And so let's give that one a shot. So we'll smooth look at, and the target position will load that stored pick vector that we have before, and we have a speed here as well. And we also have the finished event, but we'll just leave that blank for now. And let's see what we got here. So that feels a lot better. That smooth look at. I think using that iTween, and maybe we could, tweak the iTween look at to get a better result. But I think this current setup seems to be working pretty well. It's doing exactly what I want. So I'll go back in and I'll probably play with some of these values, but right off the bat, we didn't get exactly what I wanted to. But if you dig in here, take a look at some of the options in iTween. There's a lot of very valuable animation or moving to, and the nice thing is you get a lot of control over easing in and easing out, or gradually accelerating or decelerating into motion. So that's just a slightly more finessed version of the mouse pick, moving a third person mouse pick. I'm going to continue to add to this, and I'll keep operating off of this idea that this will be kind of a car or a tank, and maybe we'll add a little turret to the top of it and start adding the capability to fire at enemies. But we'll do that in a next presentation.